Te dewe ni ki ono launch o e ripoti ko ia. O e cluster survey o wanoa ua wha. E he ta whaki ko ia o e tohi kakai mo e savea. Mai whoki pia mo e ngahi e misi e holo ia i ha la i mua pe i station. Me Liku'alofa. Wako te mea rafa ilunga i aho wha mama lahi e statistika. Ka koe report multiple indicator cluster survey. Wano wa wha ko mana ke tau hoko atu ki ai. Aia au kua tatake pe ni he tawhaki ko ia ki he tohi kakai ma savea. O i potunga o e statistika. Before ki mo ngā he whāri āri e ngā he i he paripari koni ta whaaki ri pola whai tu ape me whaianga me he loki koini o whahoko ai ai polokalama
ahi. O hufanga he whakatapu ko hawhaki atu me moani. Ka ata mua mo oku ke talangofua ke whekau ko kouna kita ke whakahoko. O ko kore whamore atu, ka te uhoko atu, ai talandoa koe ni e rea whapapalagi. Good morning, everyone. Let me start by asking, how do we know our policies are working? How do we know that more kids are going to school? How do we know that mothers in Tonga get the necessary health care that they need? How do we know that families have access to water? That families and children and mothers, everyone is protected? The answer is, it's data. And for today specifically, the Tonga Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey Indicator Report. What is MIX? MIX is a global household survey that was developed by UNICEF in the mid-1990s. This was an initiative called by the World Summit of Children, needed the international progress monitor towards women and children in vulnerable situations. Tonga being one of the fortunate Pacific Islands to be the first ever Pacific Island to conduct the MIX in 2019. And again, we were fortunate and blessed enough to conduct it again in 2024. This Tonga MIX, the Tonga MIX 2024 will give you international progress monitor of women and children throughout the whole of Tonga. In Tonga Tapu, Ha'apai, Vava'u, Eua, Ongoniua, Niwa Tapu, Niwa Fo'ou. It consists of 213 mix indicators. In these 213 mix indicators, you have 33 Sustainable Development Goals indicators and 23 Pacific Sustainable Development indicators. The survey was conducted in Tonga Tapu, Vava'u, Ha'apai, Eua, Niwa Tapu, and Niwa Fo'ou. How the survey was conducted, there were 6 different questionnaires for individuals. The household questionnaire, the men questionnaire, the women questionnaire, children aged 5 to 17 questionnaire, under 5 questionnaire for children, and the water quality questionnaire. As you can see, something's wrong. As you can see, a total of 1,075 men questionnaire was administered to Tongan men in Tonga. So Tongan men from age 15 to 49, a total of 1,076 took part of the mixed survey, and a total of 2,732 women took part of the mixed survey. A total of 1,495 children aged 5 to 17 joined the mixed survey. A total of children that were under 5, there were a total of 1,036 that joined the mixed survey. As you can see, for the children aged 5 to 17, any random child, And the under 5, these were all conducted with the primary caretaker, the mother, the grandmother, the auntie, whoever the primary caretaker of the child is. We had a household questionnaire which asked the characteristics of the household in terms of water supply, in terms of electricity, in terms of waste management of the household, characteristics of the household. This was conducted in the household questionnaire. And we also conducted a water quality testing. So enumerators were trained to go into households and test their main source of drinking water. This was to test the number if there was a range of E. coli found in these sources of water. So we wanted to test that the water quality of the household is safe for everyone. As you can see, we had a very successful response rate. We had a 97 for the men that completed. So everyone that joined the survey completed the survey. They have a right to refuse a question, they have a right to refuse the survey, and yet they chose to complete the question. So we had a total of 97 for the men, 98 for the women, 99 for the children aged 5 to 17, and 99 for the children under 5, and for the household, a 93. The survey was conducted both urban and rural. The urban is Golofo'o, Golomotoa village, not the district, just Golofo'o and Golomotoa district, which is just a percentage of 29. So 29 of the population of urban area joined this survey. And its majority of the survey, that people that joined the survey, was in the rural area. So this would be district outside of Golomotoa and Golofo'o and the outer islands. So in this survey, majority of people that joined it was 75.5 was in Tongatapu, 13.3 is Vava'u, 5.3 Ha'apai, Ewa was 5%, and 1% of Daongoniwa joined the survey. In this survey, there are 8 areas that they will report on. The sample coverage and characteristics is how many people joined from where, like what is the household, what is the electricity, in terms of household characteristics. Child mortality, this would be infant mortality, neonatal mortality, the mortality of baby within the first birth month or first 5 years. Reproductive maternal, newborn and adult health, this is mainly on the health of the women, mothers specifically, and the health of child health, nutrition, and development of the children. Learn and acquire skills, there will be tables and indicators on education. Protected from violence and exploitation is the protection of both women and children in marriage, victimization, feeling safety, attitudes towards domestic violence. We have the live in safe and clean environment. This will be covered in the water quality testing. Whether you're drinking water, hand washing, sanitation, all of those was safe for the families. And then we have equitable chance in life. This is terms of social transfer to household, to kids, any source of benefit, in terms of discrimination and decision-making of women in reproductive health. Throughout this presentation, I picked out a few key indicators. As I mentioned earlier, there is like 213 mixed indicators. I will not talk about all of them, but I picked out a few I think you would like to know about. Firstly is the living conditions and child health. As you can see, 97.6% of households have access to electricity. 99 in the urban and 97 in the rural. Remind again, the rural area covers Niwa Toptapu, Niwa Fo'o, Ewa, all the outer islands, and even farther areas, district here in Tongatapu. Children with parental loss. We asked the composition of a household, the children, if they live with their parent or not, and who is their primary caretaker. And as you can see, 6.8% of children with parental loss. This means one or both parents have passed away. There is 26% of children with parent living abroad. At least one of the biological parent is abroad, overseas. Children without biological parents is 17%. All these 3 indicators are from the age 0 to 17. Neonatal mortality. This is the death of newborn within the first month of their life. The infant, which is just 3 per 1,000 live birth. The infant mortality is the death of children under 1 year of age, which is just 10 per 1,000 live birth, under the year of 1. The child mortality, age 1 to 5, is death of children between ages 1 to 5. And then the under 5 mortality is combined to measure both the all death of birth throughout the age 5. I think it's important to note that the SDG goal 3.2 is the target is for child mortality aims to reduce neonatal mortality to at least as low as 12 per 1,000 live births, and under 5 mortality to at least as low as 25 deaths per 1,000 live birth by 2030. As you can see by all the child mortality, Tonga has achieved this goal. In our education and skills, we only have 24% of children aged 3 to 4 that attend early childhood education. And we only have a percentage of 70.9 of children that are enrolled in primary school. Urban area is only 74.2, and rural area is 81.1. Then we have our completion rate for per education level. This is when a person has completed their education program or institution. Primary school, we have a 69% completed primary school. Lower secondary, we have 62.8, and upper secondary, we have 52.8. As you can see, there is an educational attrition. The higher the level of education, the lower the rate of students or children completing education. There is reading at home, 78.5. Children reading at home, whether parents assisted them, whether it's a homework, if they read at home, it's 78.5. We have homework support, whether by teachers or private tutors or by parents or by siblings, as long as any homework support that you get, that's 82.4%. So this is children receiving homework help. Reading proficiency, age 7 to 14 years. Children successfully completed foundational reading tasks. This was done both in Tongan and in English. So we gave the child a task to read, both Tongan language and in English, and we gave them short questions to answer. If they understood the story, they would answer correctly. So that means that they do have reading proficiency. This can be either English or Tongan. It does not have to be both. And then we have numeracy efficiency. It is only 58.1. So we also had numeracy tasks given to children. So this would be addition, subtract, division, multiplication, very simple according to our qualification education board. And only 58.1 has numeracy proficiency. Then we have our protection and equity. Violent discipline for children, 88.3. This can be a small slap, just grab in the hand. It can be very big, it can be very minor, severe. Any form of physical violence, it's 88.3. Children with functional difficulty, 99.6%. This also has depression, it also has fine motor depression, it also has seeing, it's a lot of things. In the mix, we also have these disabilities by type. We have child labor. We have a 21.7. This is any child in the household that has helped the household member or helped anyone in the terms of remuneration. And we have intimate partner violence, 33.8%. Women experiencing intimate partner violence. So if you do have a partner and they did raise that they do and they felt and they have experienced violence, this is a 33.8% of the people that joined mix and they were experienced this indicator. Decision making of reproductive health, 44.5. If women felt that they were influenced to take contraceptive method or not, do they decide whether they want to carry a child or not? There's a lot of questions that ask into this, and only 44.5% of women felt that they make their own informed decisions in terms of reproductive health. Controlling partner behavior. Any controlling tactics experienced by women from their partner, it could be scolding, it could be growling, it could be telling off. Any controlling tactic, 23.9% of women experience this from their partner. Attitudes towards domestic violence. As you can see, only 23.5% of women have an anti-justice attitude. Yes, I believe this is very self-explanatory. Women who reject domestic violence justification. And then we have help seeking for violence, 14.8%. Women who sought help to stop violence. 71% never sought help despite of violence. Only 14.8% of women sought help after violence. Our last topic, the water, sanitation, and environment. Improved drinking water. This could be piped water, well, this was in terms of UNICEF is their classification with the water sanitation. As it's improved water, it's supposed to be safe for households to drink from, is 99.6%. Basic drinking water services, households have basic drinking water services, which is 99.6%. But only 10.7% of water services that are clean. Safely managed services, no E. coli tested. What this means is we tested the water and only 10.7% in the water quality testing questionnaire that I told you, we tested the water and only 10.7% of those households had no E. coli in their water services. We have hand washing facilities, 65.7%. And then we have safe disposal of waste, only 68.2%. I believe it's important to understand that hand washing facility, safe disposal, waste management, all of this has an effect on our water quality system, which is why MIX collects all of these. The key takeaway from the indicator report: there is a violence crisis, there is education attrition, there is health success and gaps, family structures, challenges, parents are not available, and then equity gaps, not equity gaps between women and children, between women and men. But the positive thing is we know where to improve. We've given you the report where to improve, where to invest the resources, whether it's via domestic violence, water sanitation, whether it's health and education. It's a good awareness, but also a good compass, not just for us decision makers, but for everyone. For me as an individual, how can I do to improve? How can I do to do better? So I welcome everyone to take a report. Dive yourself into the mix 2024, 2029, see the trend, if things are improving, if things are not improving, and invest the right resources at the right area.
Malo Alpito Lucia for that wonderful presentation. I would like to acknowledge the collaboration that we receive from our stakeholders in working towards getting these results which has been just presented. From our busy doctors at the Ministry of Health and all the stakeholders and parties from government ministries and non-government ministries, we thank you so much for your collaboration and for your assisted during this work. Kihe ngai family ko toa pe itongani oku mawhahauka te whamalolahi ko uhinga ko ho mo lototo mo tali lele ai whanau tanak whamatala e pot ngawe lo tonga ai taimi peheni i he tau ko osi ki ti sema na e whakahoko ai tanak whamatala. Na nau heka atu he wakapuna, whangaki wakaiiki, puna e wakapuna ki ngoni wā, whoki mahe wakatahi. Ke tānaki mai e whamatala koe ni me ngahi whamili, koe uhinga, koe ne maha uinga, ki he whotutu ngā ue, a e pule anga pia mo e ngahi kupwhekau aki. Special acknowledgement also goes to our enumerators. Some of them are here with us for their hard working and dedication during the collection of Mix 2024. We appreciate your effort and thank you so much for your tireless effort to complete the data collection as planned. The report that was presented by Lucia is not the final report, but due to the importance of quality statistics and timely statistics, we have made these indicators available for users to start using it while we work to finalize the report in a month or so. Now, before we proceed with the formal address, it's time for a brief interlude. Statistics are only as reliable as their consistency. When we identify misalignments in data, we have to stand up and do something about it. And in Tonga, we dance. So I invite you all to enjoy a brief moment of cultural appreciation with a solo dance performance presented by Ms. Caroline Tangatailoa from the Economic Statistics Division. Round of applause let's put our hands together for Ms. Caroline.
Taulunga ko mana kita ko ka tukiai. Me he va economica ko ia statistika.
Malo atu mo e tau olunga ko whahoko. Ka taki pe ka pauna e kai ke alain e o ngotu la whale ka koe mambatai whikau ko alain pe. Thank you, Ms. Kalolaine, for that beautiful performance. You have demonstrated that with challenging data requires neither compromise nor force, rather the application of appropriate statistical techniques that yield both accurate and elegant alignment. We are now deeply honored to welcome the Honorable Minister for Revenue and Customs and the Acting Minister responsible for Statistics to deliver our keynote address. Honorable Mateni Tapueluelu.
Tau whakawheta I kotoa pē I he tāpua ki ai o tua mafi. Tau lawe ai I he houa koini. Tapa mo hau o e o tutonga, tama ko tupo ono. Tapu ke tahine kuini o whaina o tonga. Tapu ke plinis klauni. Pē ka plinis ata me hau e ke whanua. Wa tapu atu e whaiwhekau. Ngaptalai maile. Ma tāpua ki fufuuni o bongbongoin. Members of the diplomatic corps, chief executive officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A big malo alele to you this morning. It is my great honor to be here with you today to celebrate a crucial event, as you have seen, for our nation and the global community. The World Statistics Day 2025. As the acting minister responsible for the Tonga Statistics Department, I am profoundly aware of the hard work, dedication, and professionalism that go into every piece of data produced by our statistic team and our ministries across the government and private sectors as well. Today, we set aside a moment from our busy schedules to recognize and honor their contributions. This year's theme, Driving Change with Quality Statistics and Data for Everyone, what a beautiful theme. It is timely, it is powerful, and it speaks directly to the core mission of good governance. As many of you know, this special day is celebrated every 5 years, and each occasion grants us an opportunity to pause and reflect on the journey we have undertaken and the progress that we've made. In 2010, we celebrated the many achievements of official statistics. In 2015, the focus was on better data, better lives, underscoring the human impact of our work. In 2020, we aimed at connecting the world with data we can trust. And in 2025, as you've seen, the theme reminds us that data is not merely a record of the past, but a powerful engine that can propel us to the future. The simple truth is, we cannot drive change without quality statistics. Data acts as our national roadmap and our vehicle steering wheel. Often in our daily work, we are presented with a piece of information and we apply our own immediate interpretation, its human reaction. But the theme warns us it is crucial to ensure our interpretation and analysis are correct. If we misread the map, if we rely on poor quality data and flawed analysis, we risk driving the national vehicle in the wrong direction, potentially wasting valuable time, effort, and resources. Quality data, therefore, is an act of responsible stewardship. It ensures that the government's policies, our development initiatives, and our investment are grounded in facts rather than assumptions. I thank the staff of the Tonga Statistics Department and all collaborating agencies. You are the silent architects of our national progress. You gather, you process, and you safeguard the information that enable our government, our businesses, and our communities to make informed decisions. The release of the multiple indicator cluster survey indicators is a clear example of the commitment and professionalism we are celebrating today. You talk about wake-up call, that was one. This critical, high-quality data directly informs our policies on health, education, and child welfare, delivering statistics that truly empower everyone. Your dedication to data quality ensures that data for everyone is accessible, trustworthy, and actionable. Let us commit today to continually prioritizing the integrity and quality of our statistics, ensuring that every decision we make drives Tonga towards its rightful and prosperous destination. With those words, I wish you all a very productive World Statistics Day 2025. Whafatu, mara opita.
Whamalolahi atu Eik Minista he koloa lelei ko tuku mai hawhangani. Ko kole ki he tokoni pule me he tawhaakio e sawea me tohi kakai kene whakahoko atu ai lea whamalo. I now invite the Assistant Government Statisticians from the Census and Survey Division to deliver the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Tapu mo e awhia o tua mafi o tau lotolotonga. Tapu mo e mista ma ten tapu eluelu, kako e whawhalanglangi o aho maho ingani. O tau whamanatua I tongani, ai aho whamamain lahi o statistika, pia mo maamani furipe. E whawhalanglangi, ko e whakatapu e kua ao, kakato he mua ki. Pea ko ukore, ke uhufanga ai. Pea whakatulo watu, ka unga aki a rea whakapitania. Ko uhi ko tau kainga muri, o unau ihe aho, unau ihe pokalama maho ingani, ihe aho whakakoloani. It is both an honor and a privilege to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of the government statisticians, Mr. Sione Lolohea, and the Tonga Statistics Department as we commemorate the World Statistics Day 2025. First and foremost, I wish to extend a profound gratitude to the Honorable Minister, Maten Tabuelwelu, which is our esteemed guest of honor, for gracing this important occasion in our presence, and for your inspiring keynote address that highlights this important date in regards to the value of data, evidence, and integrity in guiding Tonga's development journey. To your excellencies and members of diplomatic corps and distinguished representative of our development partners, donors, and international agencies, for your unwavering support strengthens our capacity to deliver world-class statistical outputs and facilitates alignments with global best practices and sustainable development frameworks. To all invited guests, government ministries, civil society, and members of private sectors, we deeply appreciate your participation in the past and today. Your engagement reflects our shared commitments to enhance statistics, informed governance, and sustainable development. This year, themes called Quality Statistics and Data for Everyone reaffirm the crucial role of robust, reliable, and accessible data as the foundation of sound governance, socio-economic planning, and regional development. Quality statistics are not mere numbers. They are instruments inside of guiding policy, informing resource allocation, and empowering communities. They enable transparency, accountability, and target instruction and intervention that direct impact the well-being of every Tongan citizens. At this special celebration of World Statistics Day as we celebrate today, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and sincere thanks to our partners and supporters who have contributed to strengthen the work of the Tonga Statistics Departments. Your cooperation have helped us to achieve our various outputs. To the World Bank, the SPC, Statistics New Zealand, and the Australian Bureau of Statistics, and all the UN agencies, as well as the support from the Overseas Development Institute Fellowship, known as ODI, through the British High Commissioner, the Australian aid, the New Zealand aid, DFED, and other donor partners has been invaluable and helped Tonga statistics. Today we have witnessed the launch of the Multiple Indicators Cluster 2024 with its indicators and key finding reports which highlight the breadth and depth of Tongan's data ecosystem. This initiative demonstrates how systematic data collection, rigorous analysis, and dissemination of information are central to understanding of our population, monitoring progress, and achieving national development objectives. As we proceed with the remainder of today's program, Guest of Honor, including booth visitation, let us remember that statistics is more than a collection of numbers. It is a critical enabler of insight, innovation, and positive societal change. Quality statistics and data for everyone remind us that data must be accurate, inclusive, and accessible, leaving no individual or community behind. Indeed, the greatest wealth of any nation lies not in gold or land, but its people and its citizens. It is the statistic of people, their lives, contribution, and well-being that truly enrich a nation. By harnessing quality data, we ensure that the hearts and hands of our people guide Tonga's progress and prosperity. Finally, I wish to acknowledge the tireless dedication of our statisticians and the staff of Tonga Statistics Department. Your professionalism ensures our data meets the highest standard of accuracy, relevance, and timeliness, exemplifying the transformative power of statistics in shaping evidence, informed policies, and strategic decisions. On behalf of the Tonga Statistics Department, I extend our sincere appreciation to you, Honorable Minister Matenta Buewelu, our guest of honor, and all of your generous support and partnership and dedication. With those few words, Malo Aupito, may God continue to bless our guest of honor, your excellencies, distinguished guests, and our nation. And may today's celebration inspire a continued progress in advancing reliable, high-quality data for Tonga. Tua whātu, Malo Aupito.
Thank you, Mr. Lakai. We respectfully invite Reverend Navitalai Maile to return to the podium to offer the benediction, formally concluding the first part of our program. O whawhi ai tangata e ki whaiwhekau ke whahoko e tau lotu tuku ke kakato e polokalama ula ke ahoko e ni.
E whalangrang. Ko re peke tau tāpuni aki ai ahoni. Ai ui koe ni me palofita ko mai ka. Me potu ngā oe o ahoni. Mai ka vai ono. Ko os whaha ki a te koe tangata ai aku le rei. Koe hāku amanaki e sioa ki a te koe. Ka koe uhi ke anga tonu. Pia ke loto ki o wha. Pia ke a ewa pia moho otua e anga vai vai. E tau lotu. Praise God from whom all blessing flow. Pea koe kresio tau e ko sisu kolaisi. O whalahi ai o tua koe tamai. Whiohi me lau maari e mauni o ni. O mou tāpua ki ke a whio e whakawharanglangi. Ka maa e whatahani. Tuku moe pea tau o nā hiri. Ka e whai beo tai ngata. Amen.
Malo Aupito tangata e ki whaiwhekau, and this concludes the formal proceedings. May I invite the Honorable Minister and all the distinguished guests and all guests and staff to please join here at the front for a group photo. Malo.
Kakato ia e kuma uraki e proklama o e pompongini. Whakaku whakiai ai proklama ono lotu iko ia ahu whamamanahi o e statistika. E whakaku whakiai ni me Liku'alofa. Ai ko kakato ko ngā uraki nei whaasakia ai lotu tuku ai tantai ki whaiwhekau. Pea koe hiri ko nia ko manake whahoko whokia i Mr. Mo e ki Minister ka koe whawhalanglangi ko ia oi aho. Minister ko ia tānak pā ngā makastamu. Honorable Mateni Tapaluelu. Nō ngai pakoe na ulawa kia nei o koe haipa mga hei whari ari e ngā hei booth i tua i he tēniti ko ia. I tua me whitu whahoko mea i e whahoa. Ngā hei whari ari ko ia e mea atuai ai kau whawhe e ki Minister ma ki nau tolu ai kau ofisiare o tau kau whataha i he pongpongini ke nao lawa atu o whai hanu mamatai o e ngāhi booth pako ngāhi whari ari ko ia. Mahoinga pito i he mea e tātai ki Minister e ne hanga o whamalo ia mo whakailonga i a ngā ue ko ia whahoko he potu ngā ue neongo ko ngā ue o ngāri whahoko whalonglongo pe mo ngāri longo noa ka kono mahu inga ko ia o ngāhi whika mo ngāhi whamatala ku omi he potu ngā ue. E wahino ko ngā ue lahi whawhau au whahoko ko ia. Tāna ki mai a ngāhi whika pa mo ngāhi whamatala ko ia. O rama ki tautala e ngāhi whalakalaka mo ngāhi liriu o koko i tau whanuani. Ma tau iloa e ngāhi whakalaka pa pe whoki ki ngāhi tawhaaki o tonu ke whai kia ia tokanga e kina makehe ke lava usia a lerei mai kakai e whonua. Na mahi no pitupea e ngā ue lahi o ku whahoko he potu ngā ue koe ni. Na mono aunga koe ke kakai e whonua. Ie ngāhi, hange koe na ulawe ke nei, e ngāhi potu ngā ue. Ie ngai te volo kehe kehe. Ie ngai ngata pe i he pure anga ka pe fōki ki anga i taunofo ko ia i he ngāhi kolo. Ko taunofo whakawhamiri. O ku ia i e kaunga tonu ai potu ngā ue ki hono tāna ki o ngai whamatala me ngāhi area kehe kehe pe o anga i taunofo i he society. Ka whamaro ia pe fōke mo tolu tau whanonga whataha i he prokalama i pompongini. Lava mai ki nau tolu e kau whakawheu mā kau whisiare ki he prokalama ai ko i Mista koe ni mo e tātai ki Mista. Tara ni hiri koe a te tau ono tai pe ki tua ki ngāhi booth, ngāhi whare ari ma kehe koe ia. Mamata kia ki nau tolu e kau whakawheu. Ele foki mo e whanawa ko me he koe songa. Nā ko kamata pura ko ia ko risu. Tāku me bea e maftoa ki manmui. Sione Havealangi Junior. Nā kau po taha mo i he whaasinga e pokalama i ngā Mista ko ni. Nā kone hiri ko ia te tau hokota e bea ki tua ki ngā whaari ari. Mai bea me whaamu na lawa ki tau mao i me potu mawe. E whaanu whaaki eke o whilawe i bea mo e aho maho inga koe ni. No fai peha lawe ki ngai whatongia maho inga ku whai no whosia e he potu ngā o e maho inga koe ni. Potu ngā o e statistika.
Refreshments provided and to visit the exhibition booths positioned around the venue.
to I mista ma kina tolu ai ka ofisiale ka ta ke potunga we ma foki na tolu ai ka frafe na ka mai ki he proklama o e pompongini ai fa ka mare ko ni me to e tanta ki mista e foki na tolu ko to ka frafe ki to ai ko ya nga fari ari me ga he va ko ke ko ya potunga we statistika fai hono mamatai mo whakai ki ngā ue ko ia o whahoko I he ngā hi ta whake ke he o ko whakuwhatungia ki ai ai poto ngā ue tāanga pēo ko o le rei atu I a tā murea prokalama ko ia o pompongini me I Liku'alofa ai a ko e awha mama lahi o I sistika ka kata pēi tongani ka pēi whoki ki ngai whulua muri whai ai whapamawha whilawe I ka moe aho koe ni ai ko ngai ata ko ia o atu ia I hanga mo mesi me heni ke me makai ho I ka makai whunua le atua e ngā hi pūtu ngā hi whāri āri I tēni tiko ia I tua I he wharwhitanga koe na whahako ai ai tau wawau lotu ko mahina mai ko ngā hi katongia ke kehe o ngā hi wā ko ia ai potu ngā ue no ko ngā whāri āri mā ka ngā tolu ko ia I he Liku'alofa I he hauani ko whalawi tonu mo tāna ki ngā hi whika ko ngā hi tāta mā ngā hi whamatala me ngā hi area ke heo ngā hi tau nofo me tuko e le whanononga atu I he ngā hi mahina ko tau sūtua mea I lawa tuko ia ki nau tolu me poto ngā o sisika ka ngā te pei tongani ka te whoki ki ngā hi otu motu tāna ki mai ngā hi whamatala ke Kau kia yang hai whakatala o whilawe I ka mga hai maonga ngā whāmuri. Toa ngā hi teita puka ngā hi whika ngā whamatala ko ia o miko toa ia. Whai hana whamāpu opo. Te rawa vai ki tau tala ngā hi whakalaka pa mga hi eria o tonu ki tau tokonia ki whakalaka ia ngā hi tau fo. Toko ngā peia ngā hi kua whatongia. Pa ngā ue whakakato e potu ngā ue sitistika. Ko nau tolu me he potunga ue ako he pe tu ta ke whanga me ko ki kia nau tolu me ngā he sektoa nau tokanga kina ai ka kai whiwhine po me malu mo hao tau whanau a me ko Peci Blake nau tolu me he potunga ue polisi ai ka mahino puto pe ko ngā he area po ngā potunga ue hono ko tau atu kai ngata pe ko whianga kai whawhianga o gai nau whilawe lava whakai ke tau wamatai I tua I he parepare I ngā tū, kura ngāhi te pirikoni whai ngā whai arikoni, wai mga hi tohi, ngāhi maonga whamatala. Lava ke tau ilo ai ngāhi me au kuhoko, kura ngāhi whika mahuinga, ngāhi ta whaki kotoa ngāhi tau no fō. Da koe ola ia ngāhi whamatala, ku tānaki mo omi, e kau whakafutungia koe ia mei he potunga au e siti sikami. Ngai whare ari koe ni whahako koe ni, e lere pe ia whakata ma kakai e whonua, o ngata ki taimi hoko ai wha e whiawhia o e aho ni. Ngā tā peke mō lava mai o mamatanga, ngā pui toa pe he parepare whatatanga koe ia, Liku'alofa whatanga function room koe ia, ngā Liku'alofa. Lawa whoki ke te whaihora mamatai, ai ngā hi nau nau. Ngā hi mea ngā ue o ku ngā ue haki e he poto ngā ue I hono taupi, o tāna ki mai a ngā whamatala koe ia. Tonga mea tua I insta o kai ngā hi whare ari o aho. Lawa I kene wakai ki ngā hi whamatala. O kwai ene kaunga tonu ke fua whatongia e potu ngā ue ko ia oku I ai. Peka ngatai ki nau tolu kotoa ai kau ngā ue, ma kau ofisiare, kau taki. Me ngā hi potu ngā ue ke kehe. Ngāwa ke nā mamatai heni ai ngāhi whamatala pe whoke ngāhi whika. O ku wai ene kaunga tonu ki he ngāhi fua whatongia, mo ngāhi ngā ue taktaha, o ku nau whakahako me ngāhi potu ngā ue ku nau iai. Na wakai koe ke ngāhi whamatala o mā ngāhi whika. O kune hanga tuhu tonu mai e tuunga masiwisiwa o kuiai ai ngāhi e ria ke kehe o I whonua. Mamu ngāhi whamatala ko ia heni. Ai ko hange pe koe nau lawa ke nei, mu heni whoki nau tolu koe whanau ako me koe stonga. Pea ko ataka mu tolu koe me ngāhi ako anga kehe. Ke mo lawa mai, he pai pe mo ene tokoni, ke ngāhi ngā ue o ku mo whakahoko. Ngāhi re soni ke he kehe, kai ngata pe ta whaki ko ia e whika, na pe whoki ki he siokala whi, ko ekonomika. Ko ngāhi eria ke he kehe ia o nau whelawe I. Ie ngā ue ko ia e potu ngā ue sistika au. Ko kai ngata pe to ngāni ka pe whoki māman lahi. Ngāhi whamatala o mai ngāhi whika, e la vai a tuhu I tonu mai e tuunga whakalaka o kuiai, ai whonua, kai ngatai ko ngahi e ria, o malawa ke tau tala me ia ngahi ngā ue ke whahanu whakalirei. I ta whaki koe ke moilirei a kakai, ta whaki koe ia ke ekonomika, moia ngahi moanga mo uia e kakai o tau whonua. Ta ngahi ta whaki ke anga koe tau nofo I ngahi kolo, mo e whonua whaluku fua. O ngahi whika ke he kehe kotoa koe ia, lawai ke tau ilo, ai to unga ku ia tonga. Bangai ngau ke whahoko ki he lerei whaluku fua ke kai whanua ki he kahao. Koe nau lawa ke nei, mataka mo toro ko ia kau mamata I he tau pesi Facebook, pe whoki YouTube. Ke mo lawa mai mamata ngā taini I he taimi hoko ai wha. Ei ki Minista. Me atu ke ngāhi whare ari. Me ngāhi waa o e potu ngāwe. Keri hoki pa me taha kau whawhonga kanteiti me hi vai whanua hapai. Siona Grisi Pohiva Junior. le rei au pito ke whai hono mamatai. Ai fuafatongia, ai potunga awe. Lahi whaari aho whamamalahi o e statistika me Liku'alofa e ka whakawhi ke kakai e whanua e whitu ke whanau ako o tonga e teu koe ni whahoko ki he ngahi siwi whapurianga aia oku o ka whakamari le rei ampitoe ni ke whanau ke nau lawa mai a mamatai ngai mau i ngau whahoko e potunga au e koe ni. Te whoki ngahi imisi tā koe ia o e ngahi imisi koe ia i he ata. Ka matanga koe ia whaari ari e ngahi nau, ange koe ngahi drone. Taka whakene ngahi nau mahu inga au pito. Ke lawa i o tala me he ata ai tūnga koe ia i ha ngahi lirio. I he tūnga koe ia koe ia ai whunga whanua. Pe foki ki he ngahi whamatala o ku whia mao ke ilo ka o ku lawa ke mao hona ngahi ata me ha engkolo me ha turiki o toe whaluk fuange me he ata Pe foki mo e whipotano aki ai tantai ki Midsta. Pe foki ki he kina tolu ai ka o ofisiare o e Potungawe. Tokonia ki nau tolo, ki nau ilo ai ngahi tawhaaki, ki whai ki ai hatokanga. Ia tawhaaki whakai ekonomika, whasosiane, wa whaka mbui le rei, ki he ngahi wāhinga taktaha ki nau tokanga i. Ka ngahi uni mea kutua koe ni hange puka nau tānoa ki ai. O kuai ai aonga pia moe whilawe i tonu ai ngahi fua whatamia hana katoa pēna ka Potungawe koe ni. Ki ngahi whangawaka, ngahi area ke kehi. Oe mai tango fo, o beke ngai si a whaka koe ni ki he lotu. Lawa ke toko ni ai, o tau ilo ai, e angai nofu koe, e tau ngai si a ngai whika. Nā koe e whaha ai a pongpongini. Whai hono wakai i a ngahi whaari ari, mai ta whaaki o ko ngāwe tonu ki ai a Potungawe, mai ta whaaki koe ni koe ekonomika, koe tūnga po i lere i a tau ngahi whamiri, kai tūnga masiwasiwa koe ai a ngahi area a ngai tau nofu. Kai ta whaaki koe ia ki he ngowe, area ke he o a ngai tau nofu. Lawe katoa ki ai, a ngāu a Potungawe ni. Ai foki pukona toa kina ngai nofo whamiri. Te whaaki koe ia ki he ngāu kovia i api. Ai au koe ai e kaunga tonu ia ki ai e ngāu konu whahoko e Betty Blake. Pe foki ki hona Potungawe. Raka ko ia ki he anga no fu ai family. Ko konga pe ia nga fa ari. Meri kono fa I he pong ni. Ane kutui ko ne lava ka katoa pe ia ngā hi whamafola me Liku'alofa I he whiawhini a pompong ko ia ahone kata o whamanatua ko ia awhamamalahi e sistika tatanki pe ia he potunga ue hange pe ko ia o ku mome amakai he ata hoko atuai ki hono wakai ia ngā hi whaari ari me ngā hi potunga ue ke ngā hi area pe department ke o e potunga o statistika me Liku'alofa ia me ake ministanga ko whalangi o e pokalama e pompongini ona bo Martin Tapurelu sa ko e ministanga ia tana whana mo e customer o e kakata pe foki ia fu e whatongia I he pompongini hokat me whokano atu ngā hi miskani le I he ki ngai whaari ari e tau pēsi Facebook ma whoki YouTube whanamare koni te tau whoki a ki he wawhitu pōngini mā ki loto Liku'alofa o ngatat me toenga ngai pōkalama o e pompongini whawhunga ka ngai he pompongini e tau atu e whatongia me Liku'alofa I he awhamamalahi o e statistika kōpe mawhiaki ka bo mea tuawa
Kakalafu ape Kai whakama unga tuhe E te talawe Ki hoto ka hoa o tu whai Aki e pole pole Ilo he tonga kotoa Ilo I he fo I kolote Kakalafu ape Kai whakama unga tuhe E te talawe Ki hoto ka hoa o ku whai Aki e pole pole Ilo he tonga kotoa Ilo I he fo I kolote Kuoka puna e I kale hau e ata Tangi e fo I malau o e ta aki mo e ata O tumo o mua Ka aloki he lomo o e hau Ke whakame I te Ahala e walu Tu'uke tau O e mao ka malu e fiafi O toli matala he takala fika uluaki Alaha manongi pe atala noa hua aki Hoto hei lala whaka o tusia te uke tala